Southwest Conference. Alive and well once again here today as these two rivals are set to square off, and we are set to bring it to you. Welcome to Reynolds Razorback Stadium, home of the Arkansas Razorbacks. Texas A&M set to kick off to christen this game. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Arkansas's offense will go on the attack first. Just about the time the Aggies said howdy, they said goodbye to the Razorbacks, winning in a blowout the last time these two met.
It was a beatdown, and Woo Pig had nothing to say. And here's the thing. Since A&M has joined the SEC, it's been a very one-sided rival. A&M has had a ton of success. Arkansas has not. They got to prove it on this stage today.
A&M's been gigging them, no question about it, on offense, on defense, and on special teams. So Arkansas has got to be able to find momentum early in the game. They've got to start fast in this one to have a chance.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Complete in the middle. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play-action attempt.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Quick strike complete. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one.
You know, the short passing game is a great go-to weapon for any offensive coordinator in the first quarter because it's reliable, obviously, but it also allows you to see how the defense is going to react and play you. So for coordinators, this can really open up the rest of your playbook for the rest of the game.
It's caught downfield. Turning it on. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. And the Razorbacks look to keep this drive humming. He'll do it himself. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. He leaves it with his back. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but now facing 3rd down. Working that left side now. He's got enough. It'll be a 1st down. They've got it at the 12. The Razorbacks, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together, making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. Touchdown, Arkansas! He shed tackles like a snake getting rid of his skin. And the Hogs have put up the first touchdown of the game, and Woo-Pig.
Woo-Pig going nuts in the stands. Great fan base. They get excited. And you get out to the lead early, putting that score on the board, they are going nuts.
Woo-Pig swing! And he takes this from inside the 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Aggies offense will get the ball for the first time. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming to this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. Nothing the Aggies love more than saying howdy with a strong running game.
Yeah, how do you like that first down? How do you like that ground game? Like, that's what they've got to be built on. They got to have that toughness. When the Aggies have that toughness is when you see that their best teams are competing at a high level.
Quick completion to the right. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
To the ground with the back. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
The sweet feet keeping the play alive. They get him on the ground, didn't see anything downfield, but made a little something out of it.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away, getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
The noise level is relentless here on 2nd down. Give to the running back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Aggies.
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football team.
He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
Well, I give them a lot of credit for having guts. You normally don't see onside kicks until the very end of the game. Here we are in the first quarter, and they tried one, but it didn't work. So their defense now has to come out here and bail them out.
He'll keep it himself. Some hard running there, but just too many defenders as he stopped for a loss. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Oh, man, they've already lost one quarterback today. Now the backup comes in and has to take a shot.
Man, I might think about protecting my QB a little better. I already lost one. Now your second guy gets hit, and you got to keep this guy healthy. You got to keep him upright. You got to protect your quarterback, man.
He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays. Everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
They came out humming on this drive, and now it's first down from the 36. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle, nice blocking. How about the running back? You could tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
And they can't connect, but the flag flies, and I think this is going to be pass interference.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. You simply can't do it, and the referee's called.
The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Off the RPO, complete. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Now, I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his tool bags.
The Aggies with a second and short to keep this drive moving.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. To the air, it's Hicks. Pressure coming. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense trying to take it back. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. To the air on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Pierre. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Quick release on the RPO. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And the slant is really a difficult route to defend against if you're a DB in man coverage, especially when you have no help on the inside. So if you're the offense and you continue seeing that coverage, you might as well keep attacking it just like that.
What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play. And the Razorbacks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Finds a tight end. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
The biggest rule change for me, if I could make one in all of college football, would be illegal man downfield. And when they run these RPO plays and those linemen start to creep further and further down the field, I would love for the refs to call those more often. It's a cheating play, basically, running these RPOs. So hard to stop. Nice execution by the offense, but probably cheating too.
Looking to throw on first down. Bought a little time, lets it go. These two old SWC rivals might have taken a bit of a hiatus in their series, but once the Aggies came to the SEC, things ratcheted back up quickly.
Well, and that's been some of the cool side of conference expansion, right? You got this rivalry renewed from a long time ago, but since joining the conference, A&M has dominated Arkansas. Arkansas looking to get a little payback.
It always feels big when you watch this game. We've seen so many of these games in recent years being played at Jerry World, and with all the speed on the field from both sides, this is always, I think, one of the more fun games to watch every season.
Quickly to the tight end. He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. The Razorbacks come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Wants to throw it. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. And the Razorbacks come to the line needing just inches for the first down. He'll sneak it. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks.
Man, I like the call. 3rd and inches, I feel like I can get a few inches. I just need to fall forward, but this defense more than ready for the quarterback sneak.
Now, I think as a play caller, that just makes you second-guess everything. You'd love to think you can just dial up QB sneak to pick up that first down. Now, you're probably going to have to hand it off to the big fella behind you to keep this drive going.
Leaves it with the back. Got enough for the first. Oh, he's got some space. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays. Foundation of Aggie football built on toughness like that, running it like John David Crow back in the day.
And those Texas people are tough and rugged, and they wear their great outfits that you love to watch. But these Aggies, I think they're at their best when they got great running backs. And you've seen Spiller and A-Chain in recent history finding those game breakers, those game busters that can make big plays.
Well, obviously, a really nice play by the defense there, stopping the option, but I think that's on the quarterback because it looked like his pitch option was wide open. That ball should have gone to the running back out on the perimeter. It looked like he had some open field in front of him to go make something positive happen. This quarterback's got to make better decisions. It's not just the passing game. It's in the run game with the option, too.
It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you are.
Looking for the first down, Texas A&M lines up on 4th. Looking for the first. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24.
Now, what a great second effort by the receiver there. Catches the football. He knows he's got to get some yards to get that first down. Nice job understanding that, getting to the sticks and getting the first down.
And the Aggies are on the move. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24, first down. To the air, it's Hicks. Using the quick game. Got enough space. Touchdown, Texas A&M. Made the grab and took it on in for the score. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead.
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that, and once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Off-play action on first down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Working well behind the sticks on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. The short hands, it's Griffin. They'll mark him out of bounds at about the 29-yard line. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. They get to him as he throws. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down. The Razorbacks line up to punt it away. On his way back to the 20. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. This drive opens up at the 23-yard line. He'll ride his man on the option. He'll toss it. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one.
How do you not love to see that when your quarterback gets in the run fit? When he's not scared to come up and tackle. A lot of those guys, they can be prima donnas. They don't want to tackle. Nice job seeing it. And as soon as that thing's pitched, you can tell, man, he pulls the trigger and makes the tackle for the loss.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard. Trying to do it on the ground. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
I know there are some people that say, no, in your own territory, you punt the football, you be conservative. No, sir. 4th and 1, I'm hitting the gas. All gas, no brakes. I'm going for this. I prepared for it all week. Nice job by the offense getting the first down on 4th and 1. Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
Now they're going to throw it. Looking to the big tight end. Working the big fella to the corner. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can't stop the clock. Texas A&M back to work with another first down. Pulls and fires complete. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. The Aggies pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Reads it, fires complete. Gets it inside the 10, out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one.
All right, second quarter, getting closer to the half. Offense is still having a lot of success stringing some first downs together. Defense is going to need to figure something out before they get to halftime.
Looking to pass, it's Hicks. It's complete to the left. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get to completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
He'll wedge it in there on the quarterback sneak. Scores on the sneak.
You know, there are so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
And let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with a young fellow on the sideline and be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, two fan bases who wait all year for this game, and we could be headed to a fun finish in the Southwest Classic.
And the Razorbacks will kick it away to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us...
There he goes! That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. This is the kind of performance, guys, that sort of etches your name in the lore of a rivalry.
And playing big in this big moment, on this big stage, it is so nice to have a playmaker like that you can highlight, that you can focus on, that you can trust in.
He's loose on the right. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. And the Aggies, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Give to the back. And that ball's on the ground behind the line. I don't know if it was, and it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Dropping back, it's Hicks. Throws for the tight end. Complete to the right. And he is marked out of bounds after another big gain. This aerial attack has had no problem moving the ball with chunk plays.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
With the run on 1st and goal. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick its way to the end zone. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Keeping it on the ground on 3rd and goal. He's not even going to make it back to the line of scrimmage as the defense gets big-time penetration.
Man, when you go into the half and you're down, like, that speech is usually pretty fiery. A lot of words you can't use on television. And so this coaching staff probably challenged their guys, and I like the way they started this second half. So
big tight end makes the grab. 1st down, still on his feet. Touchdown, Aggies. Quick strike through the air for the score. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Clock ticks across the 4-minute mark here in the 3rd. Going to sling it on 2nd down. Fires to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
Another sack. This quarterback group, not this quarterback, this one, because you're already on quarterback number 2. Taking a lot of hits today. Got to keep these guys upright. Got to protect them. This offensive line has to do a better job.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. With the catch, it's Griffin. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. You know, people like to make fun of quarterbacks, call them soft. They're nuts. He knew he was going to get drilled and still deliver the ball.
And I love the fact that he knew where his answer was against that blitz. He saw man coverage on the back end of that and immediately knew where he had to go with the ball.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Going the other way, and he's got room. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
It's just part of playing the position, and that's an interception this young man's going to learn from. That's the first interception he's thrown in his college football career, and guess what? It's probably not going to be his last. You got to turn the page and learn from it.
Breaks into the open. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Aggies! This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. They'll leave it with him. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. They'll run play action. He lofts one down the sideline. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. The Razorbacks will call on their punt team. Takes it on the return. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good.
Turning it on! Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good game there.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. And this quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
The give to the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
A designed run for the quarterback. He has the first and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
And they finally get him stopped, but it's a big throw and catch, and he's down at the 5.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the 3rd quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out, and that's exactly what they're doing now.
Texas A&M will line up with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal. We've reached the break, and Texas A&M leads it. Well, guys, so far, this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the third quarter stats. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Dumps it off in the flats. And they're able to force him out of bounds after a short pickup.
Nice job by the defense forcing the third and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
They'll go jumbo package, 3 tight end set on third and goal. Pushes for the goal line. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster.
A couple things I loved about this defense. They didn't get deterred. They gave up some yards, got all the way down here near the goal line, but now bowing their necks up, big stop on third down, forcing a fourth down opportunity ahead.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Aggie. They push the lead out here in the fourth quarter and close to getting back on track and going 2-1.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Quarterback on the keeper. Fights off a defender. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Back to pass. And he can't make the connection on his first attempt.
You see an incompletion there. I think a big reason why this team is in such a hole right now in the fourth quarter is they have just not been able to find the explosive plays throwing the ball. And you got to wonder at this point, is it too little too late?
Zings it complete to the right. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the first down. And the Razorbacks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Well, you look at Webster's dictionary and the term game wrecker, a picture of this guy is going to show up. He has been unstoppable in this football game. That's his second sack here today.
The give to the tailback. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room. The Razorbacks will punt this one away. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he's stopped. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week.
And the defense makes a play. They get the quarterback down at the 26. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out.
You know they pay me extra.
The Aggies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play.
55 Wheat. Freedom.
power football with the run. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Motion from the back. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Finds his tight end. At midfield, he's got room. Knocked out of bounds after a good gain on that one. They'll spot it at the 43. And another big play by this offense, and if they are playing, not thinking about the scoreboard at all, there's evidence of it right there.
Hey, if there's time on the clock, as a defense, stop us. Because we're not stopping ourselves. We're going to continue being aggressive. We're going to continue trying to score points. That's the aggressive nature of this football team.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at 2nd down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on 1st down.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
He's not quite going to make it to the sticks. It'll be 4th down from the 36. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the 1st down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set, why aren't you getting past the 1st down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was, but now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
A run for the quarterback. Oh, he's got some space. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
Makes the grab. He's got the 2-point conversion, and they build on that lead. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. And he's going to try to return this one. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. The running back has it. Never underestimate the power of moving forward and creating breathing room. He's up to the 17. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Hit as he throws. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Finds a spot in the middle. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. And the Razorbacks have it with a 1st and 10. They'll go to the counter. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Breaks free in the middle. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have much impact on the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will.
And this has been a rough day for this offense, and finally, some good things to happen. Build some momentum maybe for the future. You know, that's the way the coaches spin it when you're getting beat up and you're getting destroyed. Like, listen, let's find something for the future. Let's keep fighting. Let's keep working. This team's done that, put some points on the board, so it's not all bad.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. And now one of the most satisfying moments in football, just watching that clock drain away while you have control of the ball, Jesse.
And this is definitely one of the best play callers, right, for an offensive coordinator. Getting ready to go into victory formation. So many good things happened today. It seemed like everything he was dialing today, David, ended up working out.
No doubt. They've put a lot of highlights together, put a great...
Oh, did he toast the coverage? Got it deep downfield. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. Looking downfield, it's Hicks. Here comes the heat. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag.
Intentional ground.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Offense gets set for second down. Smart move to keep it on the ground. Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force-feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
Man, interesting play call on 3rd and long. I think we're thinking pass and which matchup do they try to exploit, and they try to sneak a run in there, and the play's fine. I mean, they run the option very unsuccessfully, small gain, and now we got 4th down.
On 4th down, looking for the completion. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop.
You know, there are a lot of people watching this game that are thinking to themselves, where's the sportsmanship? You're blowing this team out. Why are you going for it on 4th down? Why not just punt, give it back, and just leave here with a W? That's because this coach wants...
Throws toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Second down, he'll throw it. He's not afraid to go deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. With the 12th man standing at the ready, and at times it seemed as if A&M